We are live.
Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy. And silently, it could build and build until you finally see. Whoa, it's taking over, damn no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner. Some can't stay sober, looking over all their shoulders. Like moving boulders just to get out of the home, it sucks. I've had enough, I don't wanna feel the stuck. Under the rug, all my problems that I shove. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear. That my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear. That my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear.
Hello there, my dude. Alright, let's just get started. Okay, so I've got an engine design which I like, and it's like infinitely expandable. Oh, didn't mean to do that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Beautiful. Hello, Jamie. Elmadina. Jamie, I'll be honest, Maddie definitely was first. Doink. Sad Jamie. Now I'm gonna go slightly different to what I usually do. So it's gonna make the engine a little bit longer, but it should hopefully give better performance. That don't. Hello, Retrum. Right then. We need to weld these guys together. Okay, let's put in all of our timing gear. Yo, this is it. What the? That shouldn't be there. That should be down there. Okay. Well, come on. Let's just move everything out of the way. Of course it fell that way. Oh it's not gonna let me weld it because of the sensor. What up, you come? Go on. Okay. If I keep on spam clicking, I'll eventually get it. It will just go into spot. Or I could just do what I meant to do, put that onto there, set that already up to the 120 like it needs to be. That's what I usually set mine to anyway. And it just rotates it out of the way. It's annoying when you got the piston in the way, like. But we make do.
Hi!
Hello.
Maddie told me to come in, so I said hi.
Hello.
Who's in your stream?
Maddie.
Maddie and Jamsy and Rerum!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
And
Bro,
then
I haven't
UK.
seen him in so long. And you go. What are you building? Hey Zach, put a bit. You know what? I got a streaming tip for you.
Okay. What? It was just.
Talk more like this. Don't talk like this. Hey guys, so today we're gonna be building this car and it goes brum. Oh, so let's put a wheel here. But like, yo guys, we're building the car. It goes brum. You get me?
I'm not building a car though. I'm building an engine. The big vroom vroom.
Well, that was an example.
Dish. Dish.
Okay, I go this way now. Have a nice stream. I'll stop by and drop a like.
Okay. Blink. I don't even know if it's gonna work like this. It theoretically should. Right there. I'll pull up my 6-piston boxer engine, which I'm basing this one off. This one's just gonna be a lot more girthy. When that one had 2 finger gears on them, what are they called? It begins with a T. It produced, I think it was 13,600 Newton meters of torque, which I measured on this dynamo here. But then let me quickly pull that one up. It was 6. There we go, 6-piston boxer. This thing, this goes. You can see it's got a very similar layout. Apart from this, is 1 piston per connecting rod. And I could actually give this more power. Might widen it a little bit so then I can increase the length of the connecting rod, which will increase torque. You can see this engine goes quite well actually. Yeah, I'm gonna widen the engine so I can increase the length of the connection rods, which will, what's it called? It will increase torque and overall power output. So that guy's got to go. That guy's got to go. That guy's also got to go. And now we're left with part. That's our crankshaft, and then we're gonna get all of this back onto it. But let's go place. This is just going to technically gear up the engine. Well, it would be as if I'm going from like a 1-to-1 ratio to like a 1-to-2. So it will also slow down the engine speed, but increase torque and overall power output. And as we're trying to make the most powerful engine, we may as well do whatever we can to increase power. So let's just weld all of this stuff on. I'll put that one on backwards. What? How did I put that on backwards? And then little leg, boink. There goes the leg. Yeah, most people don't. It's something you gotta get. Once you wrap your head around it, it makes sense. And I've built a good chunk of piston engines in the past, so I sort of know what I'm doing. I don't know if I should go for an 8-cylinder or a 16-cylinder. I could also go for a 12. I might have to go for a 12-cylinder. So this is 2, so I just need to duplicate this a lot of times. I'm gonna make my life so much easier by doing this. That's the wrong way. It's gotta go that way first. A 12-cylinder, I'll be able to time on 3 pistons as well, actually, on 3 sensors even. So it'll run a bit more choppy, but it will be so much easier to time. I could run it on 4. Ooh. Oh, I messed up again. Oops. Okay, and now let's place this on here. Let's quickly smack a bearing on, like so. And then we place, and that's half of this segment. I reckon the hard part of this engine is just going to be timing it so it's efficient. Because if it's timed poorly, it will not run good at all, and it will also decrease power. And I'm also going to do a few different things that I don't usually do to be able to fine tune the engine. I've done it once before and it didn't turn out the best, but I understand it a bit more. And let me destroy that. Yeah, that's got one of them on. It's got a bearing on it, so we weld that in there. Look at what? Oh, I'm gonna have to redo it now. It's fine. I know an easy way to redo it. Why is Josh on Cookie Clicker? Okay, let me do this. My frames are not happy. Let me get rid of this engine. There we go. It's helped a little bit. Oh, I did not. Let's say it's fine. I just wanted to do it so I didn't have to rename it again. There we go. What, are they different? No, they're. And then I'm going to just delete that blueprint. Did I place a bearing? No, I didn't. So that's one. Okay, so this is a 6-cylinder so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Yep. So we just gotta double this now. And for a 12-cylinder, we need 2 controllers because there's only a max connection to 10. This is gonna be one long engine. We're just gonna make the power, so it's fine. And we're only going for the most power. We're not going for the most practical. Okay, there we go. Engine segment. Did I place a bearing on the end? Yes, I did. my best bet is just to build this out a load. Like this, and then just build a little leg, so then I can just drop it. And the entire engine stays upright. Ish. So that's 8 cylinders. So now we just need 2 more segments. I'll place the bearing on it. Yeah. Please be the right orientation. Please be right. Please be right. No, it's not. Of course, it's not. Okay, I might want to weld all these up. Oh, I don't know. I want to get rid of it all. That's not welded. Now that's welded. Okay then. Let's destroy all these guys. Because they is bad. Okay, yeah, you can just stay standing. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it on the left. Then I know it's the right orientation. Okay. And then we can box it into the engine here, but I'm gonna put the, I don't know if I should make this the front or the back of the engine, because I've got all the timing gear up here. Oh no, yeah, okay, let's get rid of the timing gear. Yeah, I'll get rid of this as well, because I'm gonna move that all to the other end of the engine. And make the other end of the engine the timing side, and then make this side of the engine just this, like, what's the best way to say it? Make this end of the engine just purely an output shaft, and maybe put the flywheel on that end. Oh no, I don't need all this length on it now, so I can actually box the engine to an extent. Okay, so we just do this. Oh no, we don't want that on this one. Just to be safe, I'm gonna go out an extra block, where then I'm going to build that exit shaft. This is 12, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yes. And we're running off 24 pistons, which is mental. I've never built an engine this big. So for all I know, it won't even run. But with the amount of engines I've built, I should be able to fine tune and tweak it to get it to go. I mean, if I can time it for 6 cylinder, I just time it up the same way theoretically, and it will just, and I just hook, instead of 2 into 1, it would be in 4 into 1. But this engine is, if it goes, it's gonna go real good. What am I? I'm looking for a piston, aren't I? And then do this and this, and then this is where the timing plate is gonna go. The difference is in this one, I never put the timing plate on a bearing, but this is just going to allow me to adjust the timing that little bit more to make the engine run a little bit smoother. So usually I'll go like that on, yeah, that's right, and then that goes off of that piston there. And then we have whether an out shaft or something there. Okay, so we're gonna go down 3 in the back corners, like so. And that should just have the engine sit level. If it was welded and didn't fall into 2. And if we welded, it'd be nice if we also welded everything that needs to be welded. And now we're just gonna start hooking up bearings like no tomorrow. There should be 12 connections overall if I've built it right. And then this is 11, 12, beautiful. They all go in the same direction. Yes, they are. Positive 120 on all of these. Like so. Now the engine's gonna spin around loads of times. The engine has not spun around loads of times. Which means somewhere there's a weak link. What if I the only difference I've made to this engine is that this has got longer connecting rods. That's the only difference to my normal engines. So that gives me the vibe that that's the issue, that the connecting rods are too long. So it sucks. Well, if I just put power to this piston, which has gotta go, I always set my pistons to 4, which is too much, but I found it makes the engine run a lot nicer for some reason. Whoa. Okay, now the engine's flying. Start doing engine things. Okay. I'm gonna cut down all these connecting rods and see if this fixes the issue. Oh, it's on the left, that's why it's not falling apart. Four, 6, 7. There we go. There goes the one end. So now the engine should now theoretically be in 3 pieces. And if I just get that bit there, well, back to that, I should be able to just hook it all of these back in. I'm so glad I've not timed the engine up yet, because that would be so annoying, because I'd have to retime it all again. Go on, grab it. Okay, nope, not happening. Okay, let's just move this over here. Grab this. Okay, now it's not falling over for some reason. Well, I'm not complaining. And the way that I've done it, I've not actually had to do any more connections apart from going back to there. And now if I weld that to that to... Oh yeah, okay, now the frames are one piece again, so... It's better. There's obviously a lot more resistance between everything. Apparently I didn't weld these on the prefab version, on the segments. Oh, but I welded this side. Interesting. So the engine is supposedly a pain to get everything into position, which doesn't surprise me with how many pistons it's got to pull the force through. So I'm going to turn all of these back around. As such. So just these middle three which are struggling to get into place, but once everything comes around, everything just locks in, apart from this one here. But I can time these first three now. Okay, so I am going to do this in revolutions of 3. If I do it into if I do it into 4, it will make the engine probably less choppy, a bit smoother, and I've just got to see the firing order, so it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, won't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'd be like 1. Oops. 1. 2. What did I say? It was that was 3, wasn't it? 4. Okay. The thing is, I've never liked timing up 4. I've always timed up 3, so much better. Okay. Now I'm gonna set these guys to color mode white, and then just add any distance to them. Okay. Which one's gonna go? So it's got to go. Well, let me put a switch on it so it don't go crazy. Here it goes. Goes 1, 2, 3, 4, right? I don't know, I'm gonna have to see when actually I'm gonna tune this guy back a tiny bit so it's putting the power down for a little bit longer. I don't know, okay. So this is 1, which is one will be then be this one, and then this one here, won't it? So I'm gonna real quick put some of a logic gate to all of these. So these first 4 don't need them, and that's just gonna make it so you can wire them up a lot quicker and easier. And if it doesn't work, we'll be able to also diagnose it a lot easier as well. Dishware. Am I gonna have to set? Oh, I'm gonna have to set so many lengths because I didn't set them in like before when I could have. Because I am stupid. Actually, that's probably why this didn't just work. 4-2 of quick. If I put this 4-2 off quick and it works, it's gonna be like really struggling because it's just not gonna. It's gonna have to push against all the other ones. Oh, that also means that this distributor plate is also wrong. But now this is going to go to that one. And the end one. And then also, then this one to this one. And the end on this side. Then this one hooks into, which one does it hook into? Did I not hook that one up to it? Oh no, I did. And then that's the why has that got hooked into it? Because that, whatever it is, it ain't right. It's that one, isn't it? Because that's going to go into this one. Because it's the second one. And this one's going to go to this first one. This third one. And this one's going to go into this side's first one and third. No. Set all the distance and speeds. Distance, speed, distance, speed. Oh, I didn't do both of them, did I? Did I? No, I didn't. Distance and speed. Why am I setting half of them? Distance and speed. Distance, speed. And we just repeat this process. This engine's hopefully gonna make some juice. So I know these are all good. Oh, doink, doink. That one's good. Good. Bad. Good. 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 Bad. Good. Good. Okay. I'm also going to get some concrete block 3. As that can be our flywheel. And concrete 3 does make a good flywheel. As it's heavy. So it takes a... So it holds its momentum quite well. Okay. Now. Wait a minute. Is it? Oh no, this is on the left still. Ha! They're not high enough. These guys are going to come down a little bit. Let's go to the edge of the flywheel. As you do. Schmack. Oh, the engine went then. It was like, oh, yes. Go on. Turn over engine. It did something. Okay, 1 minute. If it's pushing that way, going that way, it's going to spin the engine clockwise on this end. So we want it to... is it... okay, no, that's not seeing it, so that's going to come in a bit until it sees the white. This... it should be seeing something, but it's not. I don't know why it's not, because it's clearly in front of it. No, it's seeing it. Okay. Does the engine go now? Oh, no. Which one of these are on? 1 on 4. The one is every one on that. Something's not wired up right here. Ones all go to them 2. 4. Four shouldn't be going to there. 4 should be there. Just little things. If I remember, there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's how it's all. No, yeah, that's 3, 4. Yeah, that's right. So why when I click that? Oh god. So why is 4 on? 4 is that one there. We want it 1 and 2 going on. So let me cut this out and instead go 1, 2, because 4's activate. Oh, I can't tell if that's spinning around or if it's pivoting back and forth because of all the bouncing. So let's have a quick weld of the welds. Doink! It's gonna. I thought it was gonna go flying then. It jumps when it like gets into place. Okay, is it gonna spin straight? Let me chuck a little needle on it and see if it spins. Not quite. Not quite. Not quite. Let's do that. Okay, that made it worse. So if I go back some. Oh no, it's because it's painted wrong. It's gonna be like that, doesn't it? This is one thing that really bugs me about this style of piston engine, is when you're timing it up and this little sensor thingy my barback gets in the way of the sensors and it doesn't read. So this is actually going to be at the bottom. Let me real quickly re-weld this. I do have a way which semi works, and it's where you. Well, let me put the bearing down there. That's the wrong coloured bearing. It's where you go like. There's more pipes. You come down like this, and you go off the corner. Because it still drives the piston around. and everything still gets driven the way around is the way it should get driven. Oh, okay, something ain't right here then. Why is 3 still not activating? 3 is this piston, correct? Oh, because now it's timed wrong. Because that's not... There we go. Now it might actually go. Why is 4 still active? 4's what? 4's that one. But now the engine won't even crank. Something's happened here. Something that shouldn't have happened has happened. Go. Oh, it was going. Why is it broken down here? Okay, the engine's spinning. You could have found a problem. It's got a mind of its own. Let me weld this back up onto a pillar. Okay, yeah, the engine's settled again. It's gonna have to resettle. There we go. Engine's in place then. Firing is 1, 2. One's the top, isn't it? And that's 2. So this is not right. It's got to be more there, and less of there. There's got to be a tick like that, right? Of course it's not active. Because the goddamn sensor's in the way. Not sensor, it's fine, I'll just, you know, change it to the other side, right? And it should fix all of our problems. This is the only annoying thing about timing it, is if there's something in the way of the piston, it won't work. Or the sensor even. And so there's usually another thing going spinny at the center. What the hell? It did not like that. But 1 isn't active now. Why? So it's 2 and 3 are active. We want it, the tick, to be more like that, correct? I think maybe, because you got 1, 2 there. Okay, so it turned. Now it's 2 and 3 going. So you got that's 1 and 2. It was 1. That was 2. This is 3. There's something not right because the engine's locking up. And it's not making sense to me why I said it. Look. All 4 of them should not be trying to push. See, that one shouldn't be pushing. And that one shouldn't be. Which is one of these 2. These two shouldn't be on. 3 should not be on at the moment. Okay, what? 1. That's 3. 3's trying to go again. Why is 3 trying to go? Okay, there's 1, 2. Yeah, why is 3 trying to go? It's just. This is weird stuff. Let me reset the engine. Allow it to reset. There we go. But why would 1 and 4 ever need to be on at the same time? Because the time in there is 4. Yeah, 4 should not be on. 4. Here is this one, which is which sensor? Yeah, 4's on when it shouldn't be. Oh, 1 is on, but we. We should always have 2 on, 2 and 3. So we got 2 going and 3 going. 2 shouldn't be going. How close is 2 to getting out of the stroke? It's so close to like just chugging away. How many parts has this got? 40 bearings, 26 pistons. Why has it got 1, 2, 3, 4? Where's the 5th sensor? There's not a sensor over here. I wonder it. 1 minute. If I just start destroying sensors, one of them surely gonna show up, right? No. There shouldn't be a sensor anywhere. It's not showing up anywhere. What? Yeah. There's some reason a 5th sensor somewhere in this engine. Okay, so now the engine's just gonna completely die. It goes into a V engine, that's funny. And yes, I need to weld this again. Going, there we go. Okay, let's re-figure out this then. How is it changed firing order? It's now gonna go. How much would I bet one of these are wrong somewhere? 120, 120. None of them are wrong. That's mental. Okay, yeah. Just do your spinny thing. I could just reverse the direction of the engine. I'd still go one. If I go one, the engine's going around. We're gonna have a tick minimum. Is that a tick? It's not, no. It's gotta go like 1, 2. No, that's backwards. The tick's gonna be the other way, isn't it? Because the engine's now gonna go the opposite direction. So it goes. That goes to 1. It's gonna go 2, 3, 4, isn't it? That's gonna go 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2. And we're going it really 1, 2 there, but okay, so this ticks. Gotta go like that. So it's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Big question marks. It was pulling a lot of torque for it to just spin itself over like that. Dung 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 dung. No, what the? Of course it's not going to work now because it's going backwards. What if I swap all these directions? Why is there a sensor? That's where that sensor was then. Will it work? No, it's getting. Oh, that's so annoying. I gotta move the thing again. I'm gonna actually change the entire design to where it does this. Now it's not even on the distributor plate. No, it's not even connected. That's a valid fix for it, right? Okay. So it's gonna go. Okay. Oh, you did something. This is super confusing. So this one's 1, 2, and 3 to go. If 3 goes, it's gonna kill the entire thing. I don't want 4 to go. 4's in like the worst place possible. But like 3 goes, and then 1 turns off, and the engine crashes. But it's like you paint that and that. And the engine's like, oh, what? So like, this was super wrong on my time. If I time it up like a 3-cylinder, I'll be able to time it in 2 minutes. So I'm just gonna... It just makes sense to time it like a 3-cylinder. Okay. I can also means I can ditch that guy. 1, 2, 3, and then the timing goes 1, 2, 3, and then it goes back to 1 here. What am I doing? I'm stupid. So then 1, 2, 3, 1. Oh, I'm in the engine. There we go. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, and then it goes. Yeah, okay, that's that one. Number 2 goes 1, 2, and then off we go. 3, 1, 2, and then we go 1, 2. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And now, which way do all these go? They're all backwards, aren't they? And then here on the dizzy plate we go 2, now let me retime the engine. It goes one goes on to 2. So like 1 goes there. 1 is gonna be which is gonna be 1. It goes 2, 3, 1. Okay, it's gone. Why? How are all 3 of them on? That is physically impossible. Oh, we have a working janky engine. I may have wired them up backwards. Yep, these 2 are backwards. What? That's where I went wrong. Now we have a non-running engine. Okay, let's have a look at this again. It starts off on 2, which is right, and then it goes to 3, which is here, which is at there, and then it goes to 1. still not right. I am very much confused. For some reason, one is trying to go, which is not right. If I reset it on the left, now real quick build another post. Yep, the entire engine does a spinny thing. Okay, now the engine's reset completely. So now the engine's also not right. This is saying 3 has got to go first. Okay, I believe 3 is this one. This is what's weird when you have this many. They're all going the right way. Watch, it will be a different pattern now. It spins around in this weird way. And now it's, yeah, it's back to that. That's, it goes 2 3 1. That's the timing. 2 3 1. So we go 2 3 1 2 1 2 to be midway through its stroke. One right. It's going the wrong way. Why is 1 on? That's not meant to be 1. That's meant to be there. See, this is why the engine wouldn't run, because I wired it up wrong. See? Running like a dream now. It really is running like a dream. Damn. It's just... Okay, without any tremel gears, how much base power does this make on the dyno? So let's throw this on the dynamo. Not the dynamo, the dyno. I would have thought 24 pistons all working simultaneously together would have made a lot of power. So we'll just have to see. And then after this, I'll build some tremel gears and run it on some tremel gears to see how much power we can get with a 1:4 ratio. So let's flip on the switch, the go switch, the vroom switch, like a charm. It does go quite well. What's the RPM? 150 RPM. That's not bad for a piston engine, actually. Let's real quickly change these to max torque, max power, average speed will still stay. Oh no, we want current speed, don't we? Oh, we do. The engine, like, it's really choppy, isn't it? According to that, it doesn't look choppy, but apparently it's going like 50 to then. I don't know. Here we get a power line graph. So let's just click start on the screen and see what happens. So it's starting to apply a torque. Pretty much what this does is it applies a torque through the smart engine, and then it does a loads of calculations to figure out what the torque is. Oh, the engine fully stopped for a second apparently. Whoa, what? Okay, I think the engine's done. So the engine standalone makes 4,000 Newton meters of torque and 61 horsepower. I don't think the horsepower won't be the best because obviously it's just not how it goes with this, because it's not horsepower. I believe is speed and something with torque. I'm pretty sure it's like speed divided by torque or something like that. But when you have a super low speed, you get a super low power. So look, the one end of the engine's running really good, and this end of the engine's running really bad. So I might see if there's any crankshaft thing. If I reset, if I click that button, it resets everything. Okay, I'm going to destroy this here. Get rid of that. Don't run away from me, engine. So 4,000 Newton meters isn't bad. That's about half of a gas engine and about the same as an electric engine. But I want to see if I go every 3 pistons, this should be at 360 degrees. So I can make this crankshaft a lot more solid, and it hopefully will be able to translate the power from all of these pistons back here much better. Or actually no, if I build a balancer shaft going over the top, I think we might want to. I think I might need a balancer shaft, and if I put one of them in, it will support the engine much more, won't it? I could do that with Tremel gears. I could do that with Tremel gears, but that's a 1 to, it would be a 1 to 2 and then back to a 2 to 1. So it'd be a 1 to 1 overall. If I do that, it will hopefully better double our power, because you can see this end of the engine was running smoothly, but the rest of the bearings just couldn't take the torque from this end and put them down to that end. So I think a balancer shaft is definitely necessary. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so to build a Tremel gear, we're going to need some of these component kit. I don't know why caps lock is on. Component kits, pistons, so we can clip through stuff, and then we need pipe. Oh, we don't have enough room for pipe. It's alright. That's the main pipe we need. I've got pipes there, so it'll be fine. Okay. So if I put these guys on here, okay, it's gonna be much easier to do this with the engine on the left. Put this here. Ooh, okay, what's gonna be the best way to do it? To go up, we want it like that, don't we? And then here at the end, we do this, and then we'll have a shaft come out the end of here. Oh, actually, oh no, this isn't gonna work, is it? We can't use Tremel gears for a balancer shaft. No, yeah, we can't build a balancer shaft. That will not work. No, yeah, I got rid of my concrete 3. Okay, which means every 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, so this engine's gonna get a lot longer. I'm just gonna. Oh, I'm gonna have to retime the engine again on it. God. I know. I've already got the timing for the 3 set, so I just have to hook these logic gates into the correct ones over here. Which, ooh, I could build really bad gears. I might have to just build really bad gears I mean, it'd be better than no gears, wouldn't it? I guess. Let me just see if I can build bad gears and have them work. Okay. And now, if I have a gear on top of here, which is the same length for that, the two will collide with each other. It's not. Oh, it's not gonna be reliable enough, is it? We need a good way to balance the crank. If I just balance it from both ends, I don't want to get rid of. I'm gonna have to hook all them back up, aren't I, to a. Okay, that's not terrible. Now the engine's a free floating engine. Wait, 12 times 120 is 1440. 1440 divided by 4 is 360. So the entire that might work. That might just work. I'm gonna have to build something which goes through these pistons here on either bank. It doesn't really matter too much. Actually, no, we want this to be a part of the crank, don't we? Now, if I come here and we want a small long pipe. Of course, it's in the piston. Let me just 1, 2. That. Okay. Well. This balancing shaft should be able to bring the power from this end of the engine over to that end. This could fry the entire engine though. So if the engine doesn't work after this, we know who to blame. It's obviously me because I messed it up. And that, I feel like it's going to be, I'd much rather do the 12 connections there than have to re-time it and potentially get it wrong. Yes, good. It's actually 2 blocks longer. Oh no, it will only be 1 block, but I have to break one, so. Right, that's already hooked in, so we'll just go for this. If it doesn't work, I'll first try swapping on the bearings, just in case they're backwards. But if they're not backwards, then we know it's the balancing shaft. Oh yeah, oops, that's the wrong button. Not the wrong button, the wrong place. Okay. These are all facing the same way, right? Right, okay. 120, 120. I like to go to 135, don't I? There we go, and then 120, 120. Come on, go into place. Go how you should. Go how you should. It's not going to, is it? We really need a balancing shaft every 3. Don't know. Okay, if I'm just gonna weld the engine up and see if it goes. Okay. It goes. It definitely works. It definitely worked. When we just want a better result than last time. Okay, no, I know what's the best bet to do. This on the left. This on the left. This onto this. This onto this. Down. And then this onto this. Not like that. Okay. Now we turn the engine on. Okay, we're looking. Oh, we're back to average. If I go current and max and then max, the engine speed is very similar, apart from it's a lot louder now. But the engine does run. Like, okay, let's start the test. Well, we hit 4,000 something last time, and then no way the engine's done at 1,000. The engine's done. It's got to be a collision somewhere that shouldn't be happening then, isn't there? No way the it was fine earlier though. Okay, let me just click this, let the engine run again. It just couldn't take the load, could it? Oh, damn. Sent me flying yet. Okay, oh, we don't have it. Oh, 1 minute. This time we don't have a. This time we didn't have a flywheel on it, so it had nothing to throw the engine around. Like this, 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 this. Okay. Engine should still run. Yes, engine does still run. Max, max. Average speed is 150. We do get up to 300. So let's just click the big green button and see what happens. It was even worse this time. Okay, I'm gonna leave the mount for the balancing shaft, but I'm gonna get rid of it. And so I'm just gonna destroy it there. Destroy it there. That could be half the problem. I don't think it's because the balancing shaft is bad anymore. It's probably because of that is it's only getting realistically one piston or two piston power going through. The rest of the engine is just dragging it around. Why can't I weld it? Looks like we're rebuilding it. There we go. 1, 2. Go on. Go into place, you bugger. Let's see if it runs better now that it's actually welded up as it should. Okay. Maybe the balancing shaft will actually work this time. Maybe the engine will make less noise as well this time, because that bearing isn't flopping about everywhere. And smacking into whatever it can. Okay, let's get that. Let's weld him on to there. Engine's gone to where it should. So that shift him on. That's the wrong one. Just turn him on. Oh, now the engine just doesn't run at all, does it? Where did I go wrong? It's all welded. Is it just a fluke? Was the engine just playing up? No, it's definitely not a fluke. So does the engine run again once I destroy this? Yeah, so the balancing shaft was not helping at all. Okay, so let me turn the engine back on and we'll run the test again. And see if we get back up to 4,000 Newton meters. RPM, let me go at max power, max torque, start. Yep, stomp the 1,000. $2,000, 3,000, still going strong. Oh, started going backwards. That means the timing is out a little bit. 4049, same as last time, isn't it? So let me click reset. The engine runs fine again. Let's just go again. It was 4049 last time. That was the torque, and that torque is what we're mainly focusing on, because everything in this game runs through torque. The last time it was 4049. Let's see how consistent it is. That's 3,000. Starting to struggle. And then we'll put a 1:4 ratio on it so it can just chug forever. And we'll see what happens. 460. Okay, did a little bit better this time. Yep, let's put it on some Tremel gears and just see what they do. Did I save a Tremel gear on my thing? No, Trigin. Okay, so we've got to build some Tremel gears real quick. Which isn't an issue. They're easy enough to build. Just make sure you use thick pipe with it. So let's build the one half of the Tremel first, which we build like this. And then the second half of the Tremel we go underneath by 4. So we go to this bit in here in the Tremel, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4. The reason we go 4 is so we have room for one of these guys. Okay, I don't know what you'd call it. We all know what I'm building though. Just so that we can use to deliver the power. And then we place one of these down. We get a corner piece. And then go off of this. And then we place one in there. It's going to be fun getting that one in, isn't it? Like that. And then we just place one of these here. And then this is our output shaft. I'm just going to save it as Tremel. That's definitely not how you spell it. We're not gonna question my spelling. So now this will give us, this will give us 1 to 2 and then a 1 to 4. I believe it's a 1 to 4, it could be a 1 to 8. Could be a, is it? I forget if you don't add, I know you multiply. 2, no yeah, it's 4. If we would have gone another one, it then became a 1 to 8. Alright, so now let's hook this guy into the tremel gears. Like so. Now this is our output shaft, and it will be instead of hitting peak 300, we'll be hitting like peak 50. No, peak about 80. That's not the place to weld it. Is it welded to anything else? No, it hasn't. Okay, this is fine then. I find boxer engines the easiest to build though, because you don't have to worry about like angling any pistons or anything. It's just straight to it. And inlines aren't terrible to build. Okay, let's put that guy back just for accurate results. Don't think it would change anything. It might just make it a little bit more unbalanced. But when you're spinning it that slow, it's not going to do much of a difference. So if you look, it'll be spinning quick here, and the output shaft will be going much slower. So you see, this is going decent speeds. As we know, this is going around 150 to 300 at the moment, and the engine's going at a good speed, and you can see it's converting the engine speed into torque, but also halving the RPM. As you can see, yeah, we're hitting 40 RPMs. So if you go max, no, that's average, and if you go, yeah, the current, we see my guess of about 80 to 90, seems about right. And then we just click start. And the torque now should be 4 times as high, so 16,000 Newton meters theoretically. So we're just gonna let this guy run until it stops. It looks as if it's struggling for some reason, even though it's definitely not struggling. The engine's going. Engine's doing wonders. It's loving it. You see, the power has gone down though because the revs are lower, which is interesting to say the least. So we're just gonna let this go run. That's 4,000. So you see, this is where the engine is usually stopped, but at the engine output here, we're only doing about probably 1,000 Newton meters of torque. Where at the output here, so you got the crank power is probably only 1,000 at the moment, but the output is, as you see, now we're over 5,000, which is some good power. Where's this little guy? Why is he on? Oh, it reads the torque. That's why it's on. Do I have glass? No, I don't. Okay, a little hole can stay there. This graph does not look promising in any way. So, how have we've gone and gone whoop, and now it's Doing its own little thing, really, isn't it? The power, you see, the power and the torque graphs are quite similar until the power drops off, but the torque counter is ongoing. So we're nearly at 8,000 Newton meters and going strong. The engines, it's loving it. It's still averaging normal. Obviously, there's now a load of around 2,000 Newton meters here at the crank, which is clearly much slower. It's cool to see how the gears are all going at different speeds though. Yeah. So here we're coming up on 10,000 Newton meters now. So it's insane what you can do with just some gearing. Max power is 52. It's like, just imagine putting an engine like this in something like a train or something with some tremor gears like this. It would just pull for days. Nope. Oh, we're getting slippage. It's now decided to go the other direction. I think the engine's done, isn't it? No. It's switched directions. Is the torque graph still going up? It's still going up, even though we're going the opposite. Oh no, we're going back the same direction now. But see, we're at 11,000, so we're coming at 3,000 on the crank, which is where it did start to struggle. Oh, what? I turned around, the engine was dying. Go on. Come on, engine. So it's doing its own thing. See, now we're starting to get a more accurate graph. See, the power graph has sort of died off with lack of RPM, but the torque's gone up. Now that we've got 12,000, so the engine's going to start struggling, but we should get another 4,000 Newton meters out of it. It will be fighting for them last 4,000 Newton meters, but it will be going for them. We just got to put another around 1,000 through the crank, and it will do it, because the engine's still spinning just very jaggedly. I don't know what that guy's doing. This piston's going mental. I think it's just because of how many bearings are on it. I might have to make a Mark II of this engine, where we put a bearing rather every 6 cylinders or every 3 cylinders. Are we still pushing up torque though? We should theoretically hit 14,100 and no. 14,160, and the engine should then be gone, if my calculations are correct. See, when you have this much leverage though at the end here, this much mechanical advantage, the engine will keep on trying. And this is not 14,000. I mean, it's meant to be 16,000, isn't it? It's really going for it. We just need another around 500 Newton meters at the crank, and it'll be golden. Yeah, so I feel like we need a balancing shaft which will go to like every 3, which means we would need an extra one on each crank. No, it'd be an extra 2 on each, so the engine would be 24 blocks longer. I think the engine's just about had it though. Are you high? No, I am not. That's interesting. Oh no, normal man. No, I've spent way too long, like, looking at stuff like this. Yeah. I don't even know how long I've dedicated to stuff like this. This dino here though isn't mine, so like, I had a little look at it, and it's like, if you go into the script here, I have not a clue what any of this means. And it's like there's more scripting up here. That's a null gate, and then you got. So yeah, I've got no clue about any of this, but so I just know how to use it. But yeah, we're closing up on the speed. The torque's still going up ever so slightly, but I think the engine's just about had it. I don't think the bearings can take any more torque for them. Which... No, yeah, because theoretically this bearing can only put 4,000 Newton meters through it without killing itself. Because that's how much a controller can put on something. Yeah, the engine is too glitchy. When the engine is only like this because we're like, there's so much power on it, it's struggling to get around the rotation. It's like, if I get a slightly smaller engine, it's the same. It's a very similar concept engine. It's a six. Apart from this, it's just got a quarter of the cylinders on it. It shows the same thing. If I turn it on, you see it goes. The engine's only glitchy because the torque's probably without the journal. Yep, that sounds about right. Yeah, we did test it without these Tremel gears in, which gives it a 1:4 ratio, and it came out, it's 4049 and then 4061. So I just thought we'd see if the game actually calculated it properly. Excuse me. If the game calculated torque properly, and it's really quite similar actually. It's like, I think it's done at 15,022 Newton meters of torque, which is a lot of torque. Yeah, I think the engine's done. Yeah, so if I click this button, it will, as you can see, it's taken all the torque reading away, and the engine should start to run happily again. As you see right there, let me just turn it off and reset it. There we go. And as you can see, the engine's running nice and happily. Yeah, but we found out earlier around the crank it puts just over 14. No, not 14. Just over 4,000. But yeah, I might have to make a Mark II of this engine where I add some actual balancers between each segment of 3, because this is pretty much just four engines connected together. It's 4 3-cylinders pretty much with the way I've timed it. You see, they're all timed off. There's 4 different pistons off of these, which obviously if I time it with more gates, it'll time smoother. But that's a bit more complicated, and I don't think I'm quite at that skill level yet to be able to time it like that. But yeah, I'm probably going to end it off here anyway, because we've got quite a powerful engine. We'll see if we can increase power soon by even more. But I feel like we're quite close on scrap mechanics limitations with I think it's more in the controllers and the bearings on the crank. So yeah, I find it insane how quickly you see all of these changing. The engine is still a bit glitchy. Use something else to calculate the torque. I'm not quite sure what else I'd use to calculate torque, because this is the only working dyno that anyone's made, and I'm not sure how else I'd actually calculate torque. If you have any other ideas, because there's no easy way to calculate like RPM and stuff, because there's no actual way to read the RPM on it. What's this guy over here? Oh yeah, this is one of the engines I welded into the ground the other day. I didn't even mean to do it. But yeah, I'm gonna end it off here. Just as we've got a big box of 12 engine with 24 pistons putting power on it, and we know how it all turns out. We know it works. The engine works, so there's definitely we've also found that there's definitely ways to improve the engine to put out more power. So yeah, if you did enjoy, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. But other than that, I'll see all of you beautiful people